Hi, today we are going to do a short video presentation about iPad from Apple company. So Apple company was built on April 1st in 1976 by dropout college, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak and Reno Wayne. And the company have offers so many products to the market, such as iPad, iPhone, MacBook, or Apple TV. And the newest one is the iWatch from the watch from the Apple. So the brand personally is about lifestyle with the high technology. Apple has about 437 retail store um, in 15 different countries. So the first Apple product was built by Steve Jobs from in 1976, and nowadays they have to get new technology like iPad into the market. And so the iPad is an iOS based line of the tablet computer designed and marketed by Apple company. The first iPad was released on the April 3rd on 2010. The most recent iPad model is the iPad Air 2, and now it have the iPad Mini 3rd. And the iPad Mini was released on the October 22nd on 2014. So the iPad is built around the device's multi-touch screen, including the virtual keyboard. And the iPad is built in Wi-Fi and cellular connectivity on the select model. Also, it had an ability to play the video or record the video, taking photo, playing music, offer from the internet browsings or the emails. So, and everything can apply it as long as you upload the app or the other thing from iTunes.
A target market can be defined as a group of people or organizations for which an organization designs, implements, and maintains a marketing mix intended to meet the needs of that group, resulting in mutually satisfying exchanges. Apple presents the iPad in a way that it appeals to both consumer and business markets and to many different segments within those markets. They utilize a concentrated targeting strategy that has allowed them to position themselves as both a niche and quality product. With the addition of the App Store to the iOS ecosystem, the limits to who could use the product really expanded. Apps were being created for every demographic, category, and market, and after a short year of growing pains, the iPad started capturing a portion of their target market while also creating a tablet market as well. 2 years after Apple released the original iPad, they released a revised version of it, the iPad mini. The smaller form factor appeared as if it were marketed towards women. iPads in the US have showed the heaviest skew toward 25 to 35-year-olds. However, they also appear above average to high numbers in the 18 to 24 and 35 to 44-year-old segments of the population as well. The iPad appeals to the masses regardless of gender or race, and the attitudes, motives, and lifestyles of people allow and have allowed Apple to position themselves as a lifestyle brand through smart advertising. In the US, Apple's retail store, along with the company's online storefront, sold 47% of the Macs and 40% of the iPads purchased by the survey sample during December 2011 and August 2012. Apple's brick-and-mortar stores generated more revenue per square foot compared to any other retailer in the US, including Tiffany's. And Apple does not only distribute through their own retail stores, however. While they do have their own online store in which you can purchase all of their products, including the iPad, and as they do function as a direct sales company, they do distribute through intermediaries as well and multiple channels such as Walmart, Best Buy, and Amazon. Best Buy and Amazon, through fulfillments, both together sold as many iPads as Apple itself in 2012. Apple has generally operated with multiple distribution methods, and by utilizing this strategy, they can distribute the product the quickest with the least cost to them while still maintaining high profit margins. Utilizing intensive marketing, which has created a high demand for their product, and as a result has made Apple require intensive distribution as well in order to meet the demands of their product. We believe that Apple's pricing strategy is to enhance the image of their brand. Apple's a premium computer brand that does not attempt to compete on price, and that's why the company sets up the price of its products higher than other companies. The starting prices of the current generation of iPads are as follows. The iPad Air 2 is $499 for the 16GB Wi-Fi version, $599 for the 64GB, and $699 for the 128GB. The iPad Mini 3 prices start at $399 for 16GB, $499 for 64GB, and $599 for the 128GB. Samsung is their main competitor, and their products and prices are depending on their size and power. For example, the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 7-inch 8GB is $199.99, and the 16GB is $269.99. Also, the Galaxy Tab S 16GB starts at $499.99, and the Galaxy Tab Pro starts at $649.99. Apple promotes their products in many alternative ways through advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and public relations. Apple has a promotional strategy that focuses more on the emotions of the user, and the brand personality is about lifestyle through their technology. And as you can see on this chart, their promotional strategies seem to have worked pretty well as their profits have continually increased through the quarters.
It is clear that Apple has worked extremely hard to protect their brand, and there are a lot of things they're doing very, very well. They've created their own demand with all of their products over the years, including the iPad, and have filled that demand with a suite of products that conveys the importance of value over price. In doing so, they've created an extremely loyal customer base. It's the value of their brand that's one of their biggest strengths. Apple has a diverse set of target markets for the iPad, fulfilled through a variety of hardware and applications. They continue to fulfill the needs of their target markets, and it seems that they are doing this well. The diversity of their target markets has continued to make the iPad an extremely profitable product for Apple. The distribution channels of the iPad are also very well chosen. The branded Apple stores and the online store add to the brand's value, but the product's availability through third-party distributors make the product accessible to those who may have limited access to the former. The emphasis on value pricing is an excellent strategy, and the variety of promotional tools used helps Apple to achieve its sales goals. However, we believe that there are a few things that they could do a little bit differently or add to help increase their public relations. From a public relations standpoint, they might consider offering a trade-in program through their retail stores or branded site. Just as cell phone companies offer rebates off the newest phone models in exchange for signing up for a new contract, which builds loyalty, loyal iPad users should be able to trade in their used models, provided they are in good condition, in exchange for credit towards the newest model. Apple could then either sell the refurbished ones, or if they wanted to do something philanthropic, donate them to schools, kids' wards in hospitals, nonprofit organizations, anywhere really that the company feels the technology could be a benefit. This could be excellent for the company's public relations image. Likewise, sponsorship of events and other opportunities for brand association should be sought out. These opportunities should be carefully chosen to align with the company's values and objectives. Which brings me to our second suggestion. Under the direction of Steve Jobs, the company flourished. However, from an outsider's perspective, he was never just a CEO. He was a spokesperson as well. His cult of personality helped drive the company's mission for a long time. He had a single-minded vision and worked hard to see it realized. However, his death may leave an enormous gap in the company. Apple's vision and mission, once so clearly articulated by Jobs, is now sorely lacking to the general public. The company either needs a new spokesperson who can step up and articulate the goals of the company, or they need to have a published and accessible to the public vision and mission so that the company's loyal customer base can see where Apple is going. The company may eventually discover that they need both.